What's up, guys? God damn it. Hello, everyone. This is your friendly neighborhood Softcast back again. And today, I wanted to talk about something I've been hearing go around a lot. Basically, it's my idea of a perfect utopian society, and I still have a lot to think about for this one. I've been developing this idea for a year or two now. So far, this is what I have. We make America into a dictatorship through democracy. And then I get put in power. And then I change the country's language from English to a brand new language that isn't biased, so that there's no reason for people to use a second language. We can all speak the same thing. Then we would change the architecture of our country. I don't think the homes, from what I've seen and what I've lived in, are good enough. They could be improved. And what do I mean by that? I mean, we could tear down towns and cities and things like that and rebuild them to a stronger civilization with different, maybe we'd use stronger materials to make the buildings last longer. I mean, look at Roman structures. They're still pretty intact. I mean, if you look at American structures, I mean, they're not lasting as long. And it's kind of costful on resources to build houses. They're only going to last maybe 60, 300 years or so before they fall apart. Another thing is, I would add a system where you have citizens with a variety of jobs who pay money to the farmers who would be in charge of growing the food, getting the water, resources, managing and giving them. It wouldn't be a corporation anymore. In this system, there would be you wouldn't have the right to just make your own food company. There would be one and one only. Basically, it would be run by farmers, and they wouldn't use chemicals for the food. It would be grown in a store, and then they would be picked and sold to customers. They'd come in the store like you would, but the food is actually grown at the store. It wouldn't be grown somewhere else and then packaged here or anything like that. And then after that, the farmers are paying guards to guard the food, make sure it's not getting stolen, stuff like that. And then, I forgot to mention the economy would be set. There wouldn't be a rich or a poor class. It would just be a middle class. Everyone would have, there'd be a new currency. where everyone starts out with the same exact money. You'd be given enough to live and buy things you want, stuff like that. Which is good, but I guess you could become poor if you spend too much money at once. I guess? I'm not sure about that one. I don't think you can go poor in this. But anyways, then the guards are being basically controlled by the government, which is a community of about maybe 30, 20, a small group of people who collaborate and house, there'd be like a White House, type of thing, and everyone, within the country, there will be those government buildings, and people there would house, like, a voting thing every once in a while, like every month or so, and basically there would be the chance for people to protest, or not, there wouldn't be any protesting, people could vote on, like, what they want to change. You can't change the system or anything like that, but you will be limited on what you could change or vote on. Like, but yeah, and then the government governs, like, the police force, the guards, if you will, to make sure they're not doing anything. They're getting paid to do that by the farm, kind of thing. So in other words, the government isn't paying the cops to do their job. The farmers are, but the government is responsible for keeping an eye on, keeping the guards in check and all that. And then after that, the government would pay. There would be like a research team with a bunch of scientists, where some of them would go out and do research things, try to advance their society. Maybe they'll come up with this new tech that could help people, stuff like that. They'd also be responsible for, like, the cures and all that. The government would also be keeping an eye on them. And then the scientists, so some of them would actually be out in the field, some of them would keep note of what's going on, and then these people keeping notes would also be in the news. There would only be one news station, right? That's from these scientists. So you're not getting fake, news. It's actually the truth told by scientists who are like, hey, check this out. This new thing we found out, That's cool. And then the scientists would also, if there's something that can help, they would give it out to people and stuff like that. It would be thrown into it would be sold, basically. You'd have to pay some money for it. But it would be affordable by everyone. All these things he would buy are affordable, whether it's food, water, anything, really. And then it goes back to other citizens who have all the other jobs, like transportation and everything else in modern day society. There would still be electronics and things like that, It's not like you're gonna, not be able to, watch TV or whatever. I mean, you watch, scientists and all that. There would still be movies being made by people. But basically, it would kind of be a less flawed America, basically. No classes, just one. And yeah, you kind of get the idea. I want to mention, though, Originally I said it would be a dictatorship. That's because I would use a route like before the system was made. I would use democracy to put myself in that role and change America to a dictatorship, and then use my dictatorship power to change America into this utopia. So it kind of be like a transition into a transition. Yeah. That's my utopian society. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you want more videos like this, or maybe you don't. You know, it also just supports my channel. So, and then also share this with your friends. If you want to, when new videos come out, you can always just turn on notifications. It's all free. So, yeah, we'll see you next time. Peace.